Ancient Egyptian royal title, the 5 names of a pharaoh. The pharaohs Ramses II, Tutankhamun, Hatshepsut or Cheops, to name a few examples, are known to many of us. Cheops, the builder of the Cheops pyramid around 2600 BC. Hatshepsut, the woman enthroned in Egypt around 1470 BC. Tutankhamun, who was crowned as a child and whose wonderful tomb treasure is almost completely preserved, around 1330 BC. Ramses II, around 1250 BC, one of the greatest builders who ruled for 66 years, had 85 children and lived to the age of 90. The names of these and all other 330 ancient Egyptian rulers always had meanings. So, Ramses can be translated as Ra, the sun god, is the one who gave birth to him. Hatshepsut means the first of the ladies, and Cheops, originally Chufu, he protects me. Now, pharaohs had not one but 5 names, which described them and their abilities, and also sort of defined their government program. It is important to know that the carving of the hieroglyphs in stone mainly served some magical activity, for the ancient Egyptians considered the hieroglyphs to be sacred. They believed that written words became effective through the immortalization in stone. As early as the Old Kingdom, around the time of Cheops, all of the 5 types of royal names have been developed already along this order. Horus name, 2 ladies' name, goat name, throne name, personal name. Let's take a closer look at these names. The Horus name is framed by a rectangle. As the representative of the falcon god Horus on earth, the Horus of the palace, the hieroglyphs of the king's name have been inscribed in a palace facade, on which the god Horus is placed in the form of a falcon. The Horus name was the only name that has been given to the kings who reigned before or at the beginning of the first dynasty, around 3000 BC. Some of these kings' names were Scorpio, Narmer, and Aha. Over time, the hieroglyphs for strong bull were put in the Horus name to connect the king with the power of the bull. The 2 ladies' name or Nepti name is not being framed. It is preceded by the goddesses Wajid and Nekbet, who, in the form of a cobra and a vulture, represent Upper and Lower Egypt as protective deities of the king. They each sit on the hieroglyph Neb for Lord. These goddesses are also known as royal emblems on the front of royal crowns or the Nemes headdress. For example, Tutankhamun's gold mask. The well-known Urias serpent developed from this. The goat name or goat Horus name is also shown without framing, introduced by a falcon on the hieroglyph Nebu for gold. This hieroglyph originally represented a sun-drenched sky. The throne name, written in cartouche, was originally supposed to have implemented the sun god Ra. You can recognize this name by hieroglyphs in the form of a rush and a bee, meaning king of Upper and Lower Egypt. The personal name, also in cartouche, is the proper name given at birth. The goose and sun disk are the hieroglyphs for son of the god Ra. When considering what has been said so far, it is striking how much the kingdom is committed to divine order and the gods. If we now include the magical aspect of the written hieroglyphs, the title itself becomes somehow evocative, powerful, as if it gives the pharaoh the energy to carry out his duties. Let us now try to recognize in inscriptions whether and which of the royal names are noted and which pharaoh they name. In Luxor, at the rear region of the Karnak temple, we have two obelisks of Hatshepsut and her father Thutmose I. Both obelisks show the 5 names of the respective pharaohs. Let's take a closer look at the names of Thutmose I. The falcon on a square that suggests the decoration of a palace facade. The framing for the horse name. The strong bull for the first time ever appearing at Thutmose I. With the remaining signs in the palace facade, the horse name of Thutmose I means strong bull of Ra. A serpent and a vulture preceding the 2 ladies' name. Translated, this means he who conquers all countries. The hieroglyph for gold on which a falcon sits, introducing the gold name, he who strikes the 9 bows, that means the enemies of Egypt. A rush and a bee, preceding a cartouche with the name of the throne. Including the hieroglyphs for the words tall in stature and Ka, meaning vitality, a Ra, a lover of Ra. We remember that the throne name shall include the sun god. A goose and a sun preceding a cartouche with a birth name. Thut, god of wisdom, is born, which is the direct translation of Thutmose, meaning Thutmose. So the full name of Thutmose I is strong bull of Ra, who conquers all lands, who strikes the 9 bows, great in stature and Ka, a Ra, a lover of Ra. Thut is born. Very often the throne name and the birth name appear next to each other, often without rush, bee, goose and sun. In the next video we will jump to Tutankhamun and actually translate his throne name and his proper name ourselves, and we will discover amazing things.